Welcome to Module 2 of the Amref DEIB Awareness course. Today we're diving into a topic that's all around us, yet often sneaks past our radar. Unconscious bias. Yep, it's there, whether we know it or not, influencing our decisions and shaping the way we interact with others, especially in healthcare. So what exactly is unconscious bias? Well, think of it as that little voice in your head that makes snap judgments. And no, it's not your super smart side. It's actually your brain taking shortcuts, shaped by cultural conditioning and personal experiences. Our brains love shortcuts. But sometimes that smooth path leads us into a bias-filled, bumpy road, especially when we make assumptions about someone based on stereotypes. In healthcare, unconscious bias can influence everything, from treatment recommendations to how we allocate resources. For instance, research shows that healthcare providers may assume that certain ethnic groups are less compliant with medical advice. This leads to differences in treatment. Oops, right? But don't worry, we're here to help you recognize and mitigate these biases. Let's look at a few real-life examples. You might assume that male patients have more severe symptoms, leading to gender bias. Or you might unconsciously favor certain colleagues for tasks because they share a similar background to yours. Sound familiar? Well, don't worry. Recognizing bias is the first step to fixing it. So, how can you catch these biases in action? First, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, am I making assumptions based on stereotypes or facts? Next, talk to your colleagues. Engaging with people from different backgrounds can reveal how your biases may be influencing your decisions. And let's talk about tools for mitigating bias. One great method is to use standardized decision-making tools. These tools help keep decisions objective. Another strategy? Interrupt those assumptions. Pause, ask questions, and consider other viewpoints before jumping to conclusions. At Amref, we've seen firsthand how unconscious bias can affect our health programs. In one of our rural health initiatives, we noticed that certain gender stereotypes were influencing how healthcare workers engaged with women in the community. Once we raised awareness about this bias, outreach improved dramatically. Here's what you need to remember. Unconscious bias is automatic and affects our decisions. These biases can lead to unequal healthcare outcomes, especially for marginalized communities. Recognizing and addressing unconscious bias is critical to ensuring equitable care at Amref. Now it's your turn. We've designed a self-reflection activity where you'll identify areas in your work where bias may have influenced your decisions. Don't worry, it's not about pointing fingers at yourself. It's about self-awareness and improvement. You'll also get to create a personal action plan to address these biases and track your progress. And don't forget to join the group discussion on our course forum. Share an example where bias influenced a healthcare decision. You'll be amazed at the insights you'll gain from your peers. By becoming aware of unconscious bias, you're not just improving your own practice, you're helping Amref deliver on its mission of equitable healthcare for all. Together, we can make healthcare more inclusive, one decision at a time. Thanks for watching, and let's continue to lead with fairness, empathy, and inclusion.